Hi everyone and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. In case this is your first time watching one of my videos, hi, I'm Leslie, I'm so glad to have you here. On my channel I talk about all things luxury, in particular handbags, but I cover a wide range of topics on here. I film unboxings, reviews, shopping vlogs, travel vlogs from time to time, and the occasional high street fashion video thrown into the mix. Plus, I don't know when this video will be going up. Either I will be moving to London in a matter of like a couple of weeks, or I will have already moved to London. So be prepared for like a sprinkle of London footage and like, yeah, day-to-day vlogs of me like settling in and yeah, what I'm up to in London. So yeah, if any of that sounds like a thing, I would love for you to consider subscribing. We're so close to 3,000 subscribers, and if you can help me get there, that would be amazing. This video will be somewhat of a different one. It's not like handbag focused, but it's more like a get to know me kind of video. Melbourne, who I'm sure you all know because she's like an OG luxury YouTuber and she's really big, but in case you've been living under a rock, I'm gonna link to her channel in the description box below. Anyway, so she filmed a video titled, I think, like 50 random facts about me, and she tagged a couple of creators, including me, to also share some facts about themselves. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't able to come up with 50 facts about me. I mean, I could have easily, but I also tend to ramble, so I decided to reduce the amount of random facts I'm going to share, and we're going to settle at 20. Fact number 1. When it comes to coffee, I exclusively drink black coffee. No sugar, no milk, no sweetener, no nothing. I don't know, for some reason, like back in the day, I used to despise even the scent of coffee, but something in my brain chemistry, my nose, whatever, changed, and I decided to give coffee a go, and I went, yeah, head first and started with black coffee right away. Fact number 2, as a kid, I used to be super blonde. My like natural hair color has definitely darkened significantly, and now I'm paying a good chunk of money twice a year to get balayage to, yeah, brighten up the color of my hair, because I just feel more comfortable with like, yeah, with being a blondie, let's face it. Talking about my hair as a kid, I used to have bangs. Not a good look, and whenever I think I'm gonna be adventurous and try something new with my hair, like in my adult life, I always remind myself of how hideous I looked with bangs, and yeah, then I'm good for like the next couple of years until I have another episode of me being like, okay, I have to try something new, and I look back at pictures and that seals the deal of me just, yeah, keeping it as is. Plus, I also, like 99% of the time, I used to wear a ponytail. So yeah, now 99% of the time I'm wearing my hair open because I just prefer it that way at home. And when I'm working out, which is also at home because I have a Peloton, I like put my hair up in a bun, but I try to limit the amount of times my hair is in a bun because, yeah, that's not the best in terms of like hair breakage and everything. So yeah, I think that's the last fact I'm gonna devote to my hair. Fact number 4 is kind of a weird one. Maybe not. I mean, if you do the same thing, I would love to hear about it in the comments below. I've been tracking my expenses for, I'd say like 4.5 years in an Excel spreadsheet religiously, and every single cent, like even, I don't know, the $2.99 for additional iCloud storage, or the 50 cents you have to pay in cash to use the public bathrooms, for example. So every single cent is tracked in an Excel spreadsheet, and I do categorize it by like shopping, beauty, drugstore stuff, stuff like for my apartment, so rent, utilities and everything. So I do categorize it, and I don't know, it kind of gives me some sense of control, I guess. I think tracking is the one part. What I'm not as good at is looking at what I tracked throughout the months. And as I said, by now I have a long-standing history of like, yeah, being able to look at what exactly I spent in June of 2020, for instance. The looking at my expenses and figuring out where I can like cut back and everything, or where I might be overspending, that kind of reflecting part is a little, I don't really do that. So to be honest, I don't really know what the point of me tracking my expenses is when I don't go ahead and assess my expenses and see where there's room for improvement, essentially. But yeah, by now I think it's just a habit. Yeah. Fact number 5. During high school years, I used to work at a pizza place, and that was before minimum wage was introduced in Germany. So I think they paid me like $5.50 an hour or like €6 an hour, which wow, I mean, and that was hard labor. Yeah, definitely teaches you the value of $1 or €1 in my case, but yeah, I didn't particularly like it there, but I thought, like, because all of my peers were working some kind of jobs, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it out. And I think I only stayed for like a little over half a year, and then I came to the realization that I would much rather focus my time and energy on school to get the best degree possible and then look into earning and making money later down the track. Fact number 6 probably is another weird one, or like unrelatable one, I guess. And that is that I prefer wearing shoes with a heel as opposed to like flat shoes. And it's not like that I feel the need to like appear taller, because I'm already quite tall, like to begin with. But for some reason I feel more comfortable and confident, I guess, because it also helps with posture when you're wearing like shoes with a heel, in my experience at least. Fact number 7, my parents landed on Lesley as my first name by taking one of those books with like children's name suggestions, I guess, and my mom went through it, like wrote down a couple of names that she liked. Then my dad went through it, wrote down a couple of names that he liked, and then they compared their lists and yeah, figured out which names they had in common. Lesley wasn't the first choice though. My parents initially wanted to name me a different name, but that name didn't sit right with my grandma. So at the end of the day, they landed on Lesley, which by the way is not a common name in Germany whatsoever. Fact number 8. If you were to look at my YouTube watch history, you would be a little confused because, yeah, the people I subscribe to, of course, a lot of people in the luxury community, because that's what I'm part of and that's what I'm interested in as well. But I also watch Disney content from time to time and personal finance content. And my guilty pleasure over the last couple of weeks since I discovered him is Caleb Hammer. I'm going to link to his channel in the description box below. He basically invites people from the US. He's also, I think he's located in Texas. Anyway, so he invites people over, and 9 times out of 10, the financial situation of the people that he invites on the show is a train wreck, and he goes through their finances with them and figures out like where they overspend, what kind of issues they have. I mean, the US is notorious for credit card debt, like consumer debt issues. Not saying that that's like a specific thing that only happens in the US, but I feel like credit cards are very prevalent in the US. Also like student loan debts and everything. So yeah, that's kind of my guilty pleasure. His videos are fairly long, and I usually treat them like as a podcast while I'm getting ready or on my commute to work. So if you're into personal finance and you're looking for long form content, definitely check Caleb out. Fact number 9, whenever I'm in a different country, I love going to supermarkets and like grocery stores and just roaming around the aisles and looking what kind of like interesting or like different stuff they have there. I mean, I'm a sucker for Whole Foods. Whenever I'm in the US, I definitely make sure to go to Whole Foods, and I know it's super expensive, but it's just, they have so many like different kind of items. But yeah, whenever I'm in a different country, you bet I'm going to at least 1 or 2 supermarkets. Fact number 10 is another weird one, and that is my hands are always super cold. Unless it's like 30 degrees plus, my hands are like ice cubes, and sometimes I even like struggle to grasp stuff the right way. I don't know, maybe I should have a medical professional look into that, but yeah, my hands are always super cold. Fact number 11, and knock on wood that that's going to stay that way, I've never broken a bone in my life. I've had 2 surgeries in my life where they've put me under, and both were hernia surgeries, and both of them happened like within a span of 1.5 years. I don't know which one came first. I think one on the left first and then the one on the right side. I don't know. So I've had 2 hernia surgeries. I think it runs in my family. So yeah, that happened back in high school. But yeah, I've never actually broken a bone. I'm only mentioning the hernia surgery because in German it's called Leistenbruch. So Bruch is basically like break, and yeah, but it's not a bone. It's just, yeah, a hernia. Fact number 12, something that I started, I'd say like 5-ish years ago. I'm sure I've been inspired by someone to start that kind of thing, but I don't know who I've been inspired by. Anyway, so I've never been a person to journal, like day-to-day journaling. I never got into it, but what I did get into is taking a vase. I think this is from Zara Home, but any vase works, or like any kind of wood box, something like that. Anyway, so I decided that kind of like in order to help me appreciate stuff more, that whenever something happens that I'm grateful for or thankful for, or that I should be thankful for or like happy about, I'm going to write it down, put it in this vase, and at the end of the year I'm going to empty out the vase and put it in, yeah, kind of like scrapbooks, I guess. So this one, I'm on volume 2, so this is volume 2. And this first one is, let's see, 2018 to 2022. So it's bulging out a little because I'm writing those things down on like, yeah, extra pieces of paper, and then I'm going to like glue it inside of these books. And there's no limit to how minor or like insignificant the items that I'm going to write down and put in the vase are. So it might be as small as, I don't know, for instance, I wasn't feeling that great on a specific day, but I decided I'm going to jump on my Peloton and do a workout, and I burned X amount of calories, and that made me feel better, I guess. Something like that goes into the vase, as well as something bigger, like, for instance, when I finally found and signed the lease for my apartment in London, which was a huge weight off of my shoulders. So yeah, everything goes into the vase. Sometimes I have to like really force myself to, I guess, think of something positive to put into the vase. There have definitely been, I'm not going to lie, there have been streaks of a couple of months where I didn't put anything into the vase, not because nothing positive happened, but because I was kind of like in a negative mindset where I wasn't able to see positive stuff. No, that sounds bad, but anyway, I think it's a great idea to be able to look back in a couple of years, but also like for, yeah, the time that I'm in and the time that I'm writing the item down, just to reflect and kind of remind myself of, yeah, that there's so much that I can be grateful for. Fact number 13, I'm kind of embarrassed to say it, but I'm just going to be vulnerable and share that I do have somewhat of an unhealthy, I don't want to say addiction, but habit of drinking energy drinks. At least they are the sugar-free ones, but maybe that means even more chemicals going into my body, which can't be healthy in the long run. But yeah, I hate Red Bull. Even the scent makes me sick. But yeah, my energy drink of choice is Monster Energy Ultra, the white or like silvery can. I don't know, I really have to wean myself off of that because that can't be healthy in the long run. But yeah, I do have somewhat of an unhealthy habit of drinking sugar-free energy drinks. Fact number 14, I think I would be an amazing dog mom if I had the time. So sadly, I don't foresee myself ever getting a dog, to be honest, unless at some point I'm going to become a stay-at-home wife. I'm not going to say stay-at-home mom because I don't plan on having kids. Okay, let's count that as number 15. I don't foresee myself getting kids. Just, yeah, never appealed to me, never felt the urge. And I'm almost 30 at this point. Not saying that 30 is too late or anything like that, but I'm just saying like, I'm almost 30 and I'm still in the mindset of I don't think I want kids. So I think my brain is developed enough to know that that's not the path for me. So 16, I have collector tendencies. That starts, it didn't start with handbags, but yeah, you'll know that I collect handbags, not for the purposes of like collecting and keeping them on my shelves. Of course, I'm wearing my bags, but okay, I digress. I have collector tendencies. Back in the day, like as a kid, I used to collect key charms or like key chains. I think at some point I had like 400 key charms, which insane. I got rid of them. But now, apart from handbags, I collect mugs and shot glasses. I don't even drink hard liquor, like especially not like shots specifically, but I collect shot glasses as kind of like a souvenir because they are way less heavy and take up way less room in your luggage. So shot glasses are way easier to bring back as a souvenir as opposed to like actual mugs. But I also have somewhat of a big collection of mugs, Starbucks mugs, but also like other random ones. They are hidden behind cupboard doors, but yeah. Fact number 17, we're almost there, guys. Not a single day passes where I don't burst out singing randomly. Of course, only when I'm at home, but yeah, I'm really sorry to my neighbors because chances are 9 times out of 10 they can hear me sing. Yeah, I don't know, singing just brings me joy. I'm not saying that I'm good at it, which again, sorry to my neighbors, but yeah, kind of, I guess, releases endorphins. I'm sure there's some science behind it, but yeah. Fact number 18, I was once told that I look like Meryl Streep. I think it's the nose. Yeah. Also, I got told that I need a nose job by some troll in a comment like a couple of months ago, so yeah. Fact number 19, again, some of you may think I'm crazy, but I've never downloaded a dating app in my life. The idea of like casual dating and talking stages that drag on for like multiple months sounds like hell to me. So yeah, whenever I was like super close to downloading a dating app, I heard some horror stories and I was like, okay, I don't need to put myself through that. So yeah, never downloaded a dating app in my life. And lastly, for fact number 20, I hope this video wasn't like crazy long. And again, imagine if I had done like 50 facts, we would be here like for 2 hours minimum. Anyway, fact number 20 is I've never been to Asia, never been to Africa, South America and Australia. And I definitely want to change that over the next couple of years. So there you have it. Those were 20 random facts about me. I really hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you got to know me a little bit better. And yeah, let me know if you relate or don't relate on some of the more weird facts that I shared about myself. Yeah, I hope you appreciate me being a little vulnerable about some aspects. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and yeah, also ring that little bell so you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. As I mentioned, I'll be moving to London, or I will have already moved to London. So yeah, I'm definitely planning to take you along and get into like more day-to-day vlogging kind of thing. So I would love to have you join me. And before I ramble on any further, thanks so much for watching, and I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye.